So how do these two hydraulic hunters fare when they run into each other in the forest? It's an even match.
You've got two really fast spiders, but the giant banded huntsman is bigger and stronger. The jungle huntsman has speed and stealth to its advantage.
This is a really tough fight to call. Both are very competent fighters. Could go either way.
In the rainforest, there are so many bugs. You're bound to run into your doppelganger sometime. Like these two huntsman spiders.
Huntsman spiders are good predators. Like other spiders, they're basically willing to take almost anything they can get. One of the other things they're perfectly willing to go after are other huntsman spiders.
The giant banded huntsman is lying in wait. It's on a hair trigger to strike. This jungle huntsman is also looking for a meal. But there's a problem. They're occupying the same diner, and neither one wants to share.
There aren't any fancy tricks to the way these spiders catch their prey. For them, it's all about speed and agility. Quite simply, they just leap onto it and sink the fangs in.
The jungle huntsman goes for a speedy sidestep. But the GBH moves even faster. The jungle huntsman is skewered through its soft underbelly. Fangs like eagle's talons rip into its body again and again.
The giant banded huntsman is able to really crunch up its prey once it catches it. The fangs are big, they're strong, really go deeply, and they're really able to do some damage.
One night out with a giant banded huntsman, and there's little left the morning after. A deadly net and a venomous spear will soon become the weapons of choice in a forest as black and as ominous as the grave. Two bug-world gladiators are about to do battle. One armed with a spear that pierces flesh with ease, and the other with a fast-release net that can finish a fight before it begins. As the spider hovers, the assassin bug closes in, moving ever so slowly from leaf to branch. The two deadly foes converge in the darkness. The assassin bug needs to get past the net to strike a blow. It tugs on the web, but a foot gets caught. In one swift movement, the Ogre-faced flings down the net and scoops its victim into a treacherous tangle of silk.
What it will do is it will grab it up, wrap it up with more and more silk, so there's no chance that the assassin bug is able to get its piercing mouth parts out. There's nothing that the assassin bug can do that's going to hurt the ogre-faced spider.
The ogre wraps quickly, while keeping her distance. The assassin bug stretches its legs to break free of the death shroud. It's too late. With the deadly rostrum safely encased in silk, the Ogre-faced moves in for the kill. The would-be assassin takes a hit of paralyzing venom. Death is seconds away. But the ogre-faced spider ignores the formalities. It's already feeding on the body fluids of the vanquished. Nearby, the Porsche spider is figuring how the orb weaver could become her next meal. A lethal assassin versus a deadly ninja. Only one will survive. In the peaceful surrounds of the lush rainforest, a camouflage specialist stalks a larger-than-life arch-villain.
Porsche's a camouflage spider. They look like a piece of debris, and that's all there is to it. They don't look like a spider walking along. They don't look like a predator, and they don't feel like a predator.
Porsche has devised a plan of attack. She starts snipping the long jaw's silk lines, clearing a jumping path for a view to kill.
The Porsche has done such a good job of tricking the Longjaw that it is oblivious to the threat, even as its back to it.
Porsche keeps snipping. One stray line in the path of her jump, and the diner could become the dinner. With the lines clear, she moves into position. A quick, clinical kill. As the venom-filled fangs plunge into the orb weaver's body, what took more than an hour of scheming and preparing is over in a moment. Porsche venom is unusually potent, especially to spiders. As the deadly cocktail courses through its body, the long jaw is paralyzed, then eaten.
You know, it's no surprise that this Porsche won. Long-jawed spider, unless it escaped fast, was doomed. It isn't a spider hunter. Porsche is a spider hunter. They're good at what they do. They're really smart. I don't think the long-jawed spider had a chance.
Like a professional assassin, Porsche is ruthlessly efficient. And she's already planning her next kill. When green ants invade your territory, they don't negotiate. They simply arrive in their thousands and start building an empire. There's no diplomacy, no discussion. They owe allegiance only to their queen.
Green ants are extremely territorial. They will protect their queen at all costs.
The tree scorpion shows no such respect for the queen, nor her faithful subjects. It's been spotted by a lone scout. It's David versus Goliath. But no one's told the green ant. No matter how futile the attack, it's programmed to lock on to its foe. The scout is easily dispatched, but it has sent out a chemical distress signal. It's like sounding an air raid siren inside the colony.
The defensive strategy of the green ants is built all around teamwork, sending out chemical messages that'll bring in lots of ants. You'll have hundreds of them pouring into that one area.
The colony mobilizes for war. Soldiers head out to meet the invader. The tree scorpion tries to beat a retreat, but it's surrounded.
This is where the real fight begins. Once the green ants start operating as a team, their effectiveness takes an exponential leap. It's a case of 1 + 1 = 3.
Ant numbers swell quickly. Each attaches itself, trying to outmaneuver the giant intruder. Sensing an advantage, the ants deploy their weapon of mass destruction, a cloud of formic acid. Sprayed from each ant's abdomen, the cloud is like pouring molten lava on the scorpion's wounds. It lashes out, and its victims are piling up. Medic ants deal with the wounded. But more soldiers swarm in to replace the dead and dying. The onslaught overcomes the scorpion's last defenses.
The ants are able to hold on to different parts of the scorpion, so it isn't able to sting. There's a limit to how many it's able to grab with its pinchers.
The scorpion is pinned, helpless. The ants then set about dismembering their victim, chewing through its joints. They start carrying away the ultimate trophy of war, the scorpion's stinger. There's nothing their victim can do. Once it loses its sting, its fight is over. Many ants have made the ultimate sacrifice. That's how the colony works. One individual dies, an empire is defended. Long live the Queen. These are the shadowlands of the bug world, hidden places where dirty deeds are done under cover of darkness. This white-tailed spider is looking for an easy kill. She's checking out a rock ledge. That happens to be a cellar spider's home. And the delicate homeowner will defend its territory to the death. No matter how huge the invader. The cellar spider starts a war dance.
One of the things that cellar spiders do to avoid being attacked by predators is they swirl on their legs. Another thing that they might do is pump up and down, and they disappear because they're moving so fast they become invisible.
The whitetail isn't so easily fooled. She holds her ground. Conflict is inevitable.
For the whitetail spider, it's all about getting the first bite in.
But the Cellar spider moves first. It flicks the whitetail onto its web. The whitetail tries to regain its footing. But the Cellar spider goes into silk spinning overdrive. From a safe distance, its legs lasso the whitetail 6 times every second. But the whitetail is strong. She keeps breaking free. Cellar spider's silk isn't the strongest, nor stickiest in the spider world, but there's a lot of it. And every throw counts. Hundreds of silk ropes entangle the whitetail. In a desperate last effort, she tries to slash her way to freedom with her huge fangs.
The whitetail spider will use its fangs to cut through the silk. If it can get out, it'll run for its life.
But the Cellar spider counters, hoisting her victim higher. It's spinning too much silk, and the whitetail's jaws may not be enough. Thousands of silk ropes finally immobilize the whitetail. Enough for the Cellar spider to move in for the kill. It delivers its deadly payload and leaves the venom to do its work. A delicate spinner outguns a big brute. And the Shadowlands are quiet once more. But they won't be for long. This bizarre pattern of pits in the sand is the work of the humble antlion. But there's nothing haphazard here. Each hole is perfectly designed to bury passing prey alive. Today, some trapjaw ants are on the hunt. They can slam shut their jaws faster than any other creature on Earth, but they still need to watch where they walk. There are death traps everywhere. Antlion pits, part sinkhole, and part quicksand. They bury bugs alive.
As the ant walks in to the edge of the pit, it's just so steep that they can't maintain their balance at the edge.
When the ant tries to escape, the antlion showers sand from below.
The antlion flips soil up and helps cause a small avalanche that helps carry the ant into the center of the pit.
The ant runs for its life. It's a lucky escape. But the antlion won't have to wait long for another victim. It launches its attack. The trapjaw can't even see its foe. Under the sand, the antlion has locked on, pulling its victim down. Those huge trap jaws are useless. And from below, the antlion has already begun sucking its victims' insides out. trap jaw disappears without trace. Sometimes, in a bug's world, the best weapon you can use is the environment itself. And if your weapon can double as a grave, so much the better. Tonight, one of them will regret not staying home. Strung across the rainforest canopy is a silken cloud of death. For anything that enters, there's no guaranteed escape.
The spiders will attack any prey that's small enough for it to handle.
This destructive katydid has few rivals on terra firma. But when she takes to the air in these parts, she's vulnerable.
The tent spiders have lousy vision, but they are incredibly sensitive to vibrations. And so they're very, very responsive to airborne vibrations and vibrations in their silk.
The katydid's unplanned landing is met by a barrage of legs and spider silk. They wrestle frantically.
As long as the katydid is stuck in the web, it is at great risk of becoming prey to the tent spider. It needs to cut its way out, and fast.
If those jaws do break free, the fight could turn in an instant.
This katydid has really big, nasty jaws that could totally do in this spider. It's important to the spider to keep that katydid as far away as it possibly can from its body while still entangling it further or wrapping it up further in silk.
The katydid tries to kick through the silk with its sturdy hind legs. It snips at the web.
It's really a race against time. It can easily cut itself out of the web. That's not the problem. The problem is, can it do it before it's attacked by the spider and pumped full of venom?
The spider must move fast.
What it needs to do is it needs to get in there, bite the katydid, and pump as much venom as it can in there, but still make sure that that katydid can't bite it.
The tent spider makes its move. Now it's up to the venom to do its deadly work. Even as it begins shutting him down, the katydid continues to fight. But it's too late. Today, venom wins. And the silken cloud of death claims another victim.
That green jumping spider is absolutely gorgeous and big.
In the minuscule world of jumping spiders, big is a relative term. The body is compact and the legs short. The perfect build for a spider that leaps onto its prey.
When it comes to jumping, these guys are in a class of their own. They can launch themselves an amazing 20 times their own body length. Astounding.
And if that long jump happens to miss the mark, she has a safety line.
Every so often, she'll touch her spinnerets to whatever surface she's walking across and attach a safety line, just like a rock climber. That way, if she jumps and misses or falls short, she can haul herself right back out.
More often than not, The jump is a winner. This time, the prey is a fly. Also renowned for its speed and its wide field of vision. The green jumping spider measures the distance. The key to the kill is securing the victim as quickly as possible.
The two front pair of legs are quite well developed, and they have these large spine-like hairs on them. It's like nature gave them a cute little face, but then gave them these mean legs to give a little bit of street cred.
When you encounter spider beauty like this, you can guarantee the outcome won't be pretty.
Both of them have same capabilities, except the long-jawed spider has much, much longer fangs than the other spider. On the other hand, the green jumping spider has size and power to its advantage. So in this case, it really is who has the element of surprise.
When two species of jumping spider target each other, it's anyone's guess as to which one will lose and which one will live to leap again.
It's a close match. The long jaw might have bigger fangs, but, you know, size isn't everything.
Then again, sheer body bulk might win the day.
Both the spiders have fairly similar intellectual and visual capabilities, but one has a huge size advantage.
And for what it's worth, the bigger green gorgeous assassin is a female, while the long jaw is a male. It's a battle of the species and the sexes, as the two jumping spiders get too close for comfort. The first one who sinks the fangs in wins.
Jumping spider venom is really quite potent, very, very fast acting.
The larger green jumping spider makes the first move. It's a Mexican standoff. Who will blink first? The long jaw plays safe, but the green beauty isn't giving up.
The key in this entire battle is whoever catches the other spider first is going to win.
She stalks her opponent. And scores a direct hit. Her fangs might be small, but they drip with deadly venom.
These guys have a really fast-acting venom. The long jaw's legs have already started to curl up. A sure sign it's about to pass its use-by date.
As the long jaw discovered to his dismay, the supermodel is more than just a pretty face. Looks can kill. And there are many mouths to feed.
Meat ant colonies have multiple queens, all pumping out larvae that need to be fed. This is why the colonies are always on the hunt. They just have so many larvae back at home screaming for energy-rich food.
And when they go hunting, meat ants will go on the attack at any time. These soldiers join forces at a moment's notice. News of a conflict spreads fast through the troops.
When an intruder stumbles into the ants' area, the message goes out very, very quickly. It literally spreads like wildfire.
Vibration and touch play their parts. But specific chemical signals, pheromones, are the real key to communication.
Before you know it, a swarm is on the way, ready to defend against anything.
In the eternal tussle for insect supremacy, some bugs are Goliaths, and some more like Davids with a bad attitude.
Meat ants are really kind of ill-behaved ants. These are aggressive ants that are perfectly willing to attack. They're scary ants.
Meat ants are active in daylight, while rhinoceros beetles get busy at night. But there's sometimes a crossover hour. It's early morning, and a tank-like vegetarian blunders into meat ant territory. The alarm goes out through the colony.
The ants have sent out the chemical signal to call in further reinforcements. So if the beetle's in trouble now, soon he's going to be in even bigger trouble.
As the ants start nipping at his heels, he loses his balance and falls onto the nest. The beetle's best defense is its impenetrable armor.
Really, the only places where these ants are going to be able to get in and bite at the rhinoceros beetle effectively is at its joints.
And that's where the ants attack in force. The beetle tries to escape. He needs to get clear to fly away. But carrying vicious ants as excess baggage, he can't get to the runway.
The best thing it could do is fly away, but it gets ready to fly really slowly.
The ants dig deeper now. They crawl inside the skin of their prey, spraying formic acid. Savagely and relentlessly, dozens of mandibles are biting the beetle to death.
At this point, the beetle's armor is useless. The ants are going to crawl into every crevice they can and bite him into oblivion.
In this battle, size becomes a disadvantage. A lumbering armored tank is no match for armor-piercing infantry. If an opponent goes on the attack, the tiger leech has a truly bizarre way of defending itself.
The tiger leech's best defense is its slime. Its body is actually very difficult for another creature to get a hold of because the mucus it extrudes makes it a very slippery customer.
That's bad news for the tiny freshwater crab. But it does have the weapons to fight back.
Tiger leeches are a tough competitor for these crabs. The leeches are strong and muscular. They're kind of slimy. They're able to move around pretty well. However, if the crab is able to grab it with its claw, it's perfectly capable of cutting it in half. The problem is that the leeches are relatively hard to grab.
This is a soft, squishy creature versus a well-armed, hard-shelled animal. I think the leech is quite capable of bringing the crab down without getting cut to pieces by the claws.
When a flesh-sucking leech fights a sharp-clawed crab, one is destined for Davy Jones' locker. Two pond dwellers are about to engage in a fight to the death. One is a flesh-sucking leech, and the other, a hard-shelled crab.
The crab shell is tough, but the leech's jaws and teeth can cut through it like a diamond-tipped saw.
That's if the crab doesn't cut the leech in two. It's feeding time in the pond, and any creature is fair game. The crab backs off. But the leech is back. It searches for the crab's Achilles heel. And finally finds access to the soft flesh. The jaw is clearly visible. The leech starts to suck the crab dry from the inside.
This is bad news. The crab is able to defend itself really well in the front of its body, but behind, it can't get its pinchers. It can't get its legs behind it.
And if that's bad news, there's worse to come. Leeches have chemosensory organs, and they've detected a crab in trouble.
The scent of the crab's blood in the water is like a homing beacon for the pond's other leeches. They're gonna do everything they can to join the party, and the more that are on board, the less chance the crab has of fighting free.
Another tiger leech joins the feeding frenzy. It latches on. The crab grabs with its claws, but the leech is covered with slimy mucus and slips out of the crab's grasp. The claws have dispensed with one leech, but now they're gummed with slime. Undisturbed, the remaining leech sucks the life out of the crab.
When the tiger leech drilled through the crab's carapace, the crab began losing all its fluids.
Emptied of its body fluids, the crab draws its last breath and is consigned to a watery grave. This bull ant still hasn't found dinner for its colony. It forages deeper into a log, unaware of the deadly trap ahead.
Although the redback is venomous, actually her most important weapon is her web, and her web is like Kevlar dripping with super glue.
One false step is enough. The redback races to weave a deadly suit. But she has to be quick. If those jaws get her, or that stinger, the tables will turn.
All the bull ant needs is one single sting, and the redback spider is dead.
The bull ant's jaws are trapped. A sting shot is its only hope. But its captor is weaving at lightning speed. Every second makes it harder and harder to move. But as it's hoisted up, the ant breaks free and tries to bite.
The bull ant has these incredible, powerful mandibles that can give a really nasty bite. It's like you have a vice that's combined with a saw.
The spider needs a better suit. Fast. Again, her wraps subdue the ant. Only now can the redback get close enough to inject its venom. The deadly brew flows through two tiny fangs.
The venom is going to attack the nerves of the bull ant, killing it almost immediately.
All the spider needs to do is wait as her victim dies in a silk shroud. Far from the safety of its colony, a bull ant pays the price for going solo. No one heard it scream.
I don't think a redback that had fallen out of her web or was out of her web wandering on the ground had any chance against a bull ant. But a redback that's in her web, she has total control of the situation.
In nature's tiny world, an ant's life means something. For this skillful redback, it's a fresh meal before she's ready to kill again.